It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another news for The Walking Dead. In this video, we're going to go through an article that comes from Forbes that talks about the possible return dates for The Walking Dead's original show, The Walking Dead's third spinoff, World Beyond, as well as Fear the Walking Dead. Now, this is not really officially confirmed. It's just some speculation and some predictions in terms of when they think that The Walking Dead's going to be back. But at the same time, there is some official AMC related news that's mixed in there. So it's difficult to say how much of it is true and how much of it is speculation. But I would take what I'm about to go through with a grain of salt, and I wouldn't necessarily trust this source 100%. Yes, they are a reliable source, but at the same time, given the circumstances and the unpredictability of the situation, which is the pandemic and everything being delayed because of it, it's really difficult to really make a solid prediction, even if you are as reliable of a source as Forbes. Even if AMC comes out and says that Walking Dead's going to be back on these dates, then there is still a chance that it might still be shifted. So again, I would take this with a grain of salt, and I would love for these dates to be accurate, but maybe they will, maybe they won't. Before we start with the video, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to join our community and press the bell to be notified. If you enjoy the content, make sure to press the like button. So with that said, let's dive right in. So I will leave a link to the article in the description so you can go and read it yourselves as well. But we're going to go through the article, and at the end, I'm going to go through very interesting poster that was released. I don't know if it's official or not, but it looks official. And I just thought that it was very, very interesting. But we'll get to that. For now, let's go through this article. So The Walking Dead premiere dates updated as AMC talks finale, season 11, Fear and World Beyond. So we have AMC is currently trying to juggle 4 different seasons of 3 different Walking Dead shows, all disrupted in various ways due to the pandemic shutdowns. Now they seem to have sorted at least a few things out and are offering updates on the states of things as best they can tell right now. So this goes back to what I said regarding it being reliable, but at the same time, given the situation, things are very, very unpredictable, so they can't necessarily be 100% accurate with what they're saying, even AMC. So here's what's happening and what we still don't know for sure. So The Walking Dead season 10 finale very soon, so they don't have a particular date set for that, but I'm pretty sure that this finale is gonna have to come out before everything else, or before most other things that are planned. And the reason for that is because they want to avoid any kind of overlap or any issues in the future. So in a way, you could think of the season 10 finale as the bottleneck, because it needs to be pushed out first and then everything else can follow after it. AMC has said that while filming is done, all they need to do is finish some post-production work, and the finale should be ready shortly after they're able to do that. Given that many states are starting to open back up this month, we may see that happen in May, and I would expect a late May, early mid-June premiere for the season 10 finale that we never got. Now, one thing that I want to squeeze in there is there's some contradiction, because a lot of people from AMC and the writers team and all of them are saying that they're ready, they're just about done, and when everything opens up, it's just a few days or a few weeks away from premiering. The finale, that is. But there are also some other contradicting news coming out from other people. For example, from Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who recently did an interview, and he said that it might be like 5 or 6 months before we get the finale. So it's extremely difficult to kind of understand who's telling the truth, who's not telling the truth, and try to figure out when the finale is actually going to come out. But there is a chance that because of this delay, the writers have decided to make this episode special. And one of the ways they could make that episode be special is to have the episode be an extended episode. So they might actually bring in scenes from the episode that weren't supposed to be there. For example, scenes that were supposed to be deleted scenes. So they could add all of those in there to make the episode extended and to make it a special episode. They may even, and this is a little unlikely, but it's a possibility, they may even add some more stuff in there, like do more filming and add that in there. Of course, it's not going to change the story because the story is set, but at the same time, if they want, they could add new material to the season 10 finale that they weren't planning on doing before. And if they do that, then obviously there's going to be a bit more delay for the finale than originally anticipated. So then going back to the article, they talk about the Fear the Walking Dead season 6. So they're saying that that's coming out in summer or fall of 2020. It does seem like Fear the Walking Dead is still set to debut this summer like it was supposed to, and yet AMC says they anticipate some episodes of the show needing to air the back half of the year, which is not normally the case, as the show usually has all 16 of its episodes air across summer and early fall, ending in early October right as The Walking Dead begins. But it's possible that filming delays could push more episodes into October, November, or December this year. From what I know, they haven't even completed filming all 16 episodes. Filming had to shut down for season 6 of Fear near the end of the season because of the shutdown and because of the closure of the states. So if that's true, then yes, maybe they will be able to finish most of the episodes in terms of post-production and all of that before we even get to Fear the Walking Dead season 6. But there is a chance that they may not be able to squeeze in those final episodes that they weren't able to film. So I think it's extremely likely that season 6 of Fear will get delayed further than what they have here, which is summer and fall of 2020. And then the article talks about The Walking Dead's third spin-off, World Beyond. They're saying that that's going to come out in fall or winter of 2020. This is the show that has suffered the most from the delays, as it was supposed to air weeks ago when The Walking Dead season 10 wrapped, but has now been pushed all the way to the end of the year. In the long run, however, it shouldn't really matter given that this is a 20 episode limited series, and AMC is committed to those 20 episodes no matter what. I already watched the premiere and I find it kind of hilarious. I probably can't talk about it for another 5 to 6 months or so. So that's interesting. So it seems like maybe the first few episodes of the season are all done. So why would they delay it? There is some possibilities. One of the main ones is they want the premiere to be back to back with the season 10 finale. Why would they do that? Well, main reason I could think of is because there's some sort of a connection between the finale of season 10 and the premiere of World Beyond. Now, that connection doesn't necessarily have to be as strong or strict as the Morgan cliffhanger from The Walking Dead to Fear the Walking Dead, but it could still be significant enough for them to want those two to be back to back. Other than that, there is also a possibility that some of the episodes are not done in terms of post-production. So because of that, they don't want to be in a situation where they're going to have to push the episodes back after airing a few episodes already. So there's a chance that they might want to delay all of it altogether. And the last thing they talk about is season 11 of The Walking Dead, which is to be determined. I mean, that's the least of our worries right now, which is season 11. Everything else is going to come first, and then we're going to get into season 11, obviously. But they say right now The Walking Dead season 11 is a complete unknown. The show would have normally started filming already, but the pandemic shut everything down completely, and there's no telling when it might be able to start back up again. Though as states reopen, possibly soon, the problem, of course, is how to film a show with fighting and kissing and crammed zombie hordes in the age of social distancing. That's very true. Reportedly, the writers are doing as much work on the show at home as they can to give them a head start for when filming resumes. But it stands to reason that The Walking Dead season 11 is likely to miss its usual October premiere window, which it has hit in all 10 previous seasons, going back to 2010. That's pretty much the end of the article. So like I said, take what I said with a grain of salt, because as reliable as the source is, there's still a bit of unpredictability that you can't avoid. It's just inevitable. The next thing I want to go through very quickly is this pretty interesting poster that they released. Now, I don't know whether this is accurate or official or not. It looks official, but it could also be fan-made. But what they have is 10 years of the Walking Dead special event, and they have like a date in there, October 31st, 2020. So they're saying that on October 31st, 2020, we're going to have Fear the Walking Dead mid-season finale. We're going to have a Walking Dead special, which is probably the season 10 finale. And then we're going to have the premiere of The World Beyond season 1. Again, if that happens, that'll be interesting. I mean, it is oversaturating a little bit, but at the same time, if that's the only way to fall back in place, then let's just go for it. But then again, I don't know how accurate or official this poster is. But if it is, then it could be very interesting. And it means that Fear the Walking Dead is going to come first. And then when we get to the mid-season finale, then the season 10 finale is going to air. And then right after that, the season premiere of World Beyond is going to air. So that's pretty interesting. But with all of that said, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.